The following is a live presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Hi there, my name is Ron Jugger. Welcome to the program for this 6th day of April 2022. Opening day for the Red Sox has already been postponed 24 hours because of rain in New York. And so it'll give me more of a chance to tape some digital dice and, watch some of the Masters tomorrow. So that's on tap for that. Today, we got ourselves a good one. It'll be the Angels and the Royals. What we think will be still the top two teams in the American League West. The Angels have struggled. They really are just barely above 500, 36 and 34. They will go with Mike Witt. The Royals are in very good shape. They are 41 and 28, and they will go with Brett Saberhagen. It is a warm night. I believe we're doing Friday night, the 28th of June, 1985. So a big series between the Royals and the Angels, and you'll see the Friday night edition next. As Retro Sports Network presents Major League Replay 85 tonight from Royal Stadium in Independence, Missouri. It's the Kansas City Royals and the California Angels. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. And so it will be Brett Saberhagen pitching for the Kansas City Royals. He is 7-4 on the year with an ERA of 3.5. He's making his 15th start. The rookie will win the Cy Young. Won the Cy Young in real life. Is a fastball pitcher, 88, and a ground ball pitcher. He has faced the Angels once this year and was lit right up in the loss. 5 2/3. 8 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 5 and struck out 5. That was on June 7th. His last start was against the Mariners on June 22nd. His first win, really in about a month. He went the distance against Seattle, 9 innings, 127 pitches, 9 hits, 5 runs, all earned, a homer, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So overall, Saberhagen not putting up Cy Young numbers, but remember, this is 15 out of 30, what did we say? 32. 113 innings, 119 hits, 47 runs, 44 earned, 15 homers. He's walked 23 and struck out 80. That will get you quite far. And as we said, 7-4 with an earned run average of 3.5. This will be the lineup he'll face. Juan Beniquez in right leads off. Rod Carew at first will bat second. Doug DeCinces at third goes third. Darryl Sconiers is the DH for the Angels. He'll clean up. Rupert Jones in left field will bat fifth. Bobby Grich at second goes sixth. Gary Pettis in center will bat seventh. The Gerber baby at short will bat eighth. And Bob Boone behind the plate will bat ninth. Defensively for Kansas City, Lonnie Smith is a 4 and a 5 in left. Willie Wilson is an 8 and an 8 in center. How you doing, Mike? Darryl Motley a 3 and a 4 in right. George Brett is a 7 at third. Onyx Concepcion is an 8 at short. Frank White an 8 at second. Steve Balboni a 5 at first. And Sundberg is an 8 and a 9 behind the plate. Saberhagen is a 7 on the mound with a .968 fielding percentage. Beniquez steps in at 285, 5 homers, 5 doubles, and 20 RBI. Game 71 for the Angels, game 70 for the Royals. And this one starts with a liner to center. Wilson comes in and he dives and can't get it. So Beniquez is on with a single. And is no threat to steal second. Here's Rod Carew, 281, No homers, 3 doubles, and 10 RBI. They play for the bunt. Carew gives it. Saberhagen throws to White covering, and there is 1 out. Benitez moves to second. Here's DeCinces, 258, 9 homers, and 40 RBI. Saberhagen deals. There's a ground ball base hit right side. Benitez will round third and score. So the Angels draw first blood, 1-0. There's Darryl Sconiers, 304. Really just a part-time player. No homers and 2 RBI. Only has 46 at-bats. Saberhagen's pitch. Got him. He swings and misses on the fastball, and that's the first strikeout for Saberhagen. Here's Rupert Jones. Man, he is struggling. 190, 4 homers and 22 RBI. DeCinces leads off at first. Jones struck out. He swings and misses, and Saberhagen gets out of it. Not before he gives up a run on 2 hits and no errors. Half an inning in the books. California 1. Here comes the Royals. And it will be Mike Witt, 25 years old, 6-5 on the replay with an ERA of 3.34. How you doing, Steeler fan? He's made 15 starts this year. Ground ball pitcher and a fastball pitcher at 92. Only 1 start against the Royals. That was a win. Actually, he beat Brett Saberhagen that day, 4-3. He was injured in his last start against the White Sox on the 23rd. I wonder if we did that one. He beat Cleveland on June 18th. So overall, 102 in the 3rd innings, 96 hits, 45 runs, 38 earned, 9 homers. He's walked 44 and struck out 72. Go Dodgers. No, that's not this week. Here's the Royals lineup for you. Willie Wilson leads off in center. Lonnie Smith in left field will bat second. George Brett at third will bat third. George Orta is cleaning up as a DH. Darryl Motley in right will bat fifth. Frank White at second will go sixth. Steve Balboni at first will bat seventh. Jim Sundberg behind the plate goes eighth. And Onyx Concepcion at short will bat ninth. Saberhagen threw 18 pitches in his half of the first. Rupert Jones is an 8 and a 9 in left. Gary Pettis is a 9 and a 9 in center. Juan Bodega is a 3 and a 9 in right. Doug DeCinces is a 5 at third. Gerber is an 8 at short. Bobby Grich is an 8 at second. Rod Carew is a 4 at first. Last year, Bob Boone is 6 and an 8 behind the plate, and Witt is a 7 on the mound with a .961 fielding percentage. Wilson at 266, 2 homers and 23 RBI. And slaps out one to first. Carew to the bag himself, 1 out. 84 degrees, a warm Friday night in Kansas City. Hardly any wind blowing in from 2 from center field, and the skies are clear. It is 55 here in Burlington. Here's Lonnie Smith. Someone's asking me what the weather is. 256 since coming over from the St. Louis Cardinals. 2 homers and 15 RBI. In the right center, Pettis. 2 out. Brings up George Brett. I forgot he had 30 homers in 85. Anyway, 364, 16 homers, 39 RBI for George. Witt winds and deals. Ground ball to Carew. Takes it to the bag himself. I think we've heard that before, and that will retire the side. Royals go in order. In fact, Witt gets them on 10 pitches. We go to the second, 1-0 California. Yep, rain all up and down the East Coast. It's supposed to get a half-inch of rain here in Burlington. So, Red Sox and Yankees have already moved to Friday. Bet the Mets and Nationals do as well. Here's Grits, 226, 5 homers, and 23 RBI. Ground ball to Concepcion deep in the hole. Makes a good stop over to first. Balboni's there, 1 out. Orioles and Tigers decided to break camp early, claiming they don't have enough pitchers. Just think they're ready to go home. Here's Gary Pettis, 274, 3 triples, and 10 RBI. Gary strikes out. A full count curve, swung on and missed. So 2 out for Craig Gerber. Does not look like the Gerber baby in that picture. 184, a triple, and an RBI. Saberhagen deals. Gerber in the left center. Wilson makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Better inning for Saberhagen. Bottom 2, 1-0 California. So Orta, Motley, and White to face Witt. Orta at 253, no homers, and 24 RBI. In this kind of weird, crazy, mixed-up world we live in, the primary voice for the L.A. Angels is going to be Matt Verskarjan, who's going to call the games off a monitor in Secaucus, New Jersey. Pitch to Orta. There's a base hit past Carew, so Beniquez will pick it up. Mr. Howard says clear and chilly in Bellingham after a few days of extreme wind, 60-mile-an-hour gusts and rain. Big snow dump at Mount Baker, so the ski season on the 6th day of April is extended, so you can go skiing and then go cozy up by the fire and watch the Masters. Darryl Motley at 269, 8 homers and 25 RBI. First hit for the Royals. Into left field. Jones will make the catch for the out. One out. Here's Frank White, 291, 12 homers, and 48 RBI. Frank was a 22 home run hitter. He strikes out. Fastball right down Broadway, swung on and missed. So 2 out for Balboni. Steve at 260, 19 doubles, by the way. 17 homers, 52 RBI, and 67 strikeouts. Witt delivers, and there's a ground ball to Gerber. He throws across the way to Carew, and that will retire the side. Royals leave a runner on, no runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the third, 1-0 California. So Boone, Beniquez, and Carew to face Saberhagen here in the third. Boone at 220, 3 homers, and 14 RBI. Struck him out. That's 4 for Saberhagen. A 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. So Saberhagen looking like that Cy Young form that got him through 85. Juan Beniquez, who has singled and scored that lone run in the first. Saberhagen is opening 9 on 37 pitches. 2 in the third, 2 hits, and 4 strikeouts. Ground ball to third. Brett across the way, a diving stop over to first, and that's an out. So 2 out for Carew. Gonna have to swing here. He had a sac bunt his first time up. Saw a picture of Rod not too long ago. I believe he's working with the Twins as a minor league instructor or spring training instructor. So a good shot at him and the other Hall of Famer Tony Oliva together. That is a base hit into right. Motley will pick it up. And for the Angels, that's their third hit of the ballgame. Brings up the Sensei. And that RBI now is driven in 41. We're talking this week about the Orioles and the Yankees. or the Dodgers rather, trying to get a power hitting third baseman after, well, in this case, DeCinces going to California and Say leaving for Chicago. You missed that production in the middle of the lineup. Ground ball to third. Brett goes to White for the easy out, and that will retire the side. Angels get a hit. No runs, no errors. They leave a man on. A fast one here so far. Bottom three, 1-0 Angels. So Sundberg, Concepcion, and Wilson to face Mike Witt. Sundberg at 251, 8 homers, and 29 RBI. Only would have 160 more at bats on the year. Sundberg into shallow right center. Pettis rides the Schwinn, 1 out. Brings up Onyx Concepcion, 176. 3 home runs, 15 RBI. Ground ball to third. DeCinces has a long throw. Concepcion's got wheels, and he knows how to use them. He is safe. So 1 out and a runner on. Top of the lineup for Willie Wilson, who's 0 for 1. Witt opening 9 on 28 pitches. 2 in the third innings. 2 hits and a strikeout. Witt deals. There's a chopper up the box. Gritch only play is to first. He robbed Wilson of a base hit. They had no chance to get Concepcion. So a barehanded play by Gritch and the throw to first for the second out. Here's Lonnie Smith. Lonnie is 0 for 1. Up the middle, Gerber this time with a web jam by the bag at second, over to Carew, and the Angels get out of it. Gerber, again, not someone that you really know, just had full extension, gloved it, got up and made the throw. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Royals leave a runner on. We go to the fourth, 1-0 California. So Sconiers, Jones, and Gritch. No Reggie Jackson. Happy opening day eve there, Mr. Blue Jacket fan. I see the Guardians kept to third baseman for the next 5 years. Congratulations. Sconiers up the middle, Concepcion on the dirt. 1 out. There's Rupert Jones. He struck out his first time up. Saberhagen is fan 4. D. Scott Howard hasn't mentioned it, but I am sure he is quite proud of all the facial hair the Los Angeles Dodgers are sporting this spring. My goodness, they're shaggy. Jones strikes out. Saberhagen got him on the outside corner on a changeup. He turns and looks at the umpire who's watching a hockey game and says, "Don't you say anything. That was a strike." So 2 out for Gritch. When you're hitting 188, you're not going to get the benefit of a lot of calls. So Gritch is 0 for 1. 2 out. As soon as I hit the button. And Bobby punches that one into right. The House of Dodgers. Is that supposed to the House of David? Was that the name of the touring barnstorming baseball team? Here's Gary Pettis. He struck out his first time up. 2 out, top the fourth. Gritch on first. Pettis strikes out. Saberhagen is on a serious roll. Strike 3 looking. No runs, a hit, no errors. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 California. And so between the fourth here, let's look at the standings. Speaking of the House of Dodgers, believe it or not, they have the tightest lead of the 4 divisions. Only 3 over the Astros. Cincinnati has won 6 of 10, so they're only 9 out. San Francisco, San Diego, and Atlanta is kind of hoping that Deion Sanders survives his time at Florida State, although he wasn't there yet, was he? St. Louis, 10.5 over Montreal. Chicago, 14. Pittsburgh, 15.5. And would you believe the Mets are 32 and 37? And they're now 3 and 15 in one-run games. Cardinals and Mets tomorrow at noon Eastern. Kansas City, 5.5 over the Angels, who are going the wrong way. They've lost 2 straight, despite winning 7 of 10. Oakland has found some good stuff. They've won 6 straight. And the White Sox have fallen to 10 back. And, yeah, see, Tribe fan brought it up. And what in the name of Charles O. Finley is going on with L.A. if everyone's got facial hair? You know what? You'd think it'd be pretty warm for all that. Just saying. Blue Jays lead the Red Sox by 4.5. Tigers have lost 4 straight. The Yankees have flipped down to 5th again. I think Baltimore is doing some serious overachieving. But as it stands right now, we never have had a baseball replay that had, well, last year's, I guess, was all right. The Yankees and the Dodgers, but this is the 3rd divisional year that we've done, and it's the first time that all 4 teams in real life lead. So it'll be Brett, Orta, and Motley for the Royals here in the bottom of the 4th. Brett 0 for 1. Ball 4. So here's Orta. George is 0 for 1. Here's a ground ball past Gritch. That's a single. So Brett will hold at second. First and second. Nobody out for Motley, who's 0 for 1. California needs this game. In the left, Jones will make the catch. Doesn't even have to move. Brett tags and goes to third. 1 out for White. Runners on the corners. White has struck out his first time up. Surprisingly, the lone strikeout for Mike Witt. Yeah, Yankees and Twins have already postponed. Yankees and Red Sox will play Friday. Who are the Twins are supposed to open up on a cold, rainy day at Target at Target. Into right, Beniquez. Gonna let me shallow enough. Brett goes back to tag. Beniquez way in, and Beniquez just throws it in the infield. Brett will score. Who are the Twins supposed to play? You guys? So the game is tied at 1. 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Balboni 0 for 1. Witt delivers. Struck him out. Gosh. A pitch that catches the inside corner. But the Royals tie it. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. Runner left after 4. 1-1. Oh, Seattle. I did not, I learned something about T-Mobile Ballpark the other day. Here's Gerber. He's 0 for 1. I didn't realize that the Burlington Northern Santa Fe lines, they run under the stadium or they run under the roof. Saw a picture of that and just thought that was great. Gerber's 0 for 1. Ground ball to third. Brett across the way. Gerber is trying to leg this one out, and he is out. On the bang banger, 1 out here in the 5th for Bob Boone, who struck out his first time up. So Saberhagen cruising right along right now. There's one down the right field line. Motley goes to get it. Boone, even with my speed, is going to get 2 out of the deal. Motley has to find it. The throw to second, maybe not. And no, Boone's got the double just barely. It was not a stand-up double. It was just barely. So the 5th hit for the Angels, the 8th double for Boone. Beniquez 1 for 2 with a run scored. Saberhagen opening 18, 4 1/3, 74 pitches. 5 hits, an earned run, and 6 strikeouts. Under the drawn back roof beyond right field. So in the winter times, the train gets dry. But in the summertime, the trains get wet. Boone on second, pitch to Beniquez, ground ball to Concepcion, moves towards third, over to first, and Beniquez is, Boone goes to out on another bang-banger, 2 out. So we're going to talk about the pickle Rick again. Dave is going back and forth between this high-quality action between California and Kansas City and some hot chick in a bikini riding a pickle. It better be a Vlasic pickle, because that would be the best tasting pickle you ever heard. Carew is singled and bunted. He's 1 for 1. Boone on third. Carew up the box, over the mound. Concepcion by the bag, over to first, and that will retire the side. So Dave joins just in time to get a commercial. How about that? No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Angels leave a runner on. You can go watch the chickie with the pickle. The rest of you are getting a commercial. Now, if you joined us late, here's how we got here. The Angels get a run in the first. Doug DeCinces singled home Juan Beniquez. 1-0 Angels. Kansas City, a fly ball from Frank White to tie the ball game in the bottom of the 4th. So the respective aces are doing ace things. Witt, a 3-hitter through 4. Saberhagen, 5-hitter through 5, but he struck out 6. Here's Jim Sundberg to start the bottom of the 5th. He's 0 for 1. Dave is stuck with watching the chick in the waiting pool. Pitch to Sundberg is a little looper that's going to get in front of Gary Pettis for the out. And Sundberg is going to try for 2. They're going to run on Pettis. There he goes. The throw. They got him. So he tried to get greedy and take the extra base, and Pettis threw him out. So 1 out for Concepcion, who singled his first time up. There's a ground ball to Grich. Over to first. Concepcion couldn't beat this one out, 2 away. And as we help Dave in his predicament about which stream he wants to watch on Twitch, as Ned Flanders would have said, that's a dilly of a pickle urine. Here's Willie Wilson. He's 0 for 2. Witt's opening 18, 59 pitches. 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits. The earned run, a walk and 2 strikeouts. That enough pickle jokes for you? Pitch to Willie. There's a ground ball, base hit right side. Beniquez will pick it up. Mets Cardinals tomorrow at noon. Lonnie Smith would have played in that game, but he's with Kansas City now. He's 0 for 2. Throw to first. Wilson is back. Beautiful day here in Burlington. It's supposed to rain like crazy tomorrow. Pitch to Lonnie. There's a fly ball to right. Beniquez makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the 6th. This one's flying by. You can catch her drinking the Kool-Aid now and make the Patreon donation. We go to the 6-1-1. Line score is identical. Both teams have a run, 5 hits, no errors, and they've left on 4. DeCinces 1 for 2 and drove in the lone run for the Angels in the first. Ground ball to Brett. George throws to first. 1 out. There's Sconiers. Darrell has struck out. He's 0 for 2. Saberhagen kind of giving maybe his best start of the year. He really has pitched quite well. Line drive. White leaps and makes the catch. 2 out for Rupert Jones, who has struck out twice. Rupert has struck out 45 times in 165 at-bats. Pitch from Saberhagen. Got him again. And Jones just goes back to the dugout and shakes his head. No runs, no hits, no errors. Angels go in order. Bottom 6-1-1. You see that Strat has published what they think is going to happen this year. And so how many of you watching agree with Milwaukee and Minnesota being the 2 World Series teams? Brett has walked and scored. He's 0 for 1. And it gets away from Boone on strike 3. Bob throws it down to Carew, 1 out. Orta 2 for 2. He has singled twice. I haven't paid attention to who's gone where, but I know that the sports books, you know who they have as the favorites to go to the World Series this year? Pitch to Orta. Ground ball to Gritch. Over to Carew for the out. Orta was 2 for 2. 2 out here in the 6th for Motley, who's 0 for 2. One team is in the chat, and the other one is working right now. One I did not see as a surprise. Pitch to Motley. Darrell strikes out. That's 4 for Witt. Caught the inside corner. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 7th. We're flying right by 1-1. So Gritch, Pettis, and Gerber to face Saberhagen here in the 7th. Obviously, the Dodgers are the top pick. I believe you can get 9-2 on LA. And why not? But the team that they picked to win the American League, for me, was a real surprise. I mean, Tribe fan and Mike, you really think Toronto is the best team in the American League? Pitch to Gritch. Round ball to White. Over to Balboni for the out. Gary Pettis is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice. Sadly, the Washington Nationals are not favored to win the World Series. And when you bring in a lot of the alumni to play, you're kind of giving the impression, yeah, we're not winning it all this year. And the American League East is tough. There's, Toronto is definitely the best team in Canada. Yes, I would agree with that. I think if you put the Rays, the Jays, the Yankees, and the Red Sox in a hat, and of course with the expanded playoffs, maybe they all make it. To me, they're all pretty much interchangeable. Big Paulie fixed the Nats to finish second in the NL East. Well, that's very nice of him to do that. It's the Braves and the Mets, I would think. That order probably is pretty flexible. Pitch to Pettis. Got him. So Gary takes the collar. Saberhagen got him on a fastball in at the belt. So 2 out for Craig Gerber, who is 0 for 2. So is Minnesota legit? Does Correa actually give Minnesota a chance to win the whole shooting match? Pitch to Gerber. Fly ball to the left. Smith doesn't even have to move. Stretch time 1-1. D. Scott Howard says this firmly tongue-in-cheek, but I think the Dodgers are kind of like some of these glory teams from the 80s. If they got to win something in a full year, I think they all. I'm with you. I think they're all battling for second best. See if the Mets will tread water with DeGrom and Scherzer at the start of the season. I thought Max was supposed to make the start. I know DeGrom is going to be out a while. The thing is, especially with so many teams now making the playoffs, that all you got to do, LeBron James and the Lakers, is they can't do that this year, is just get in. That's, I think, one of the drawbacks of the new wild card system is, don't talk to me how you do the first half of the year. Tell me how you do after the All-Star break. Here's White. Frank has struck out, driven in a run, and is 0 for 1. He drove in that run the fourth. Ground ball to Carew. Over to Witt. 1 out. There's Balbodi. He's 0 for 2. For $100, Dave doesn't give me $100. She wrote your name on the pickle float. Oh, isn't that nice? I'll have to call Sharon and let her know. She even spelt Jucket right. Well, that's because I don't have to pay for my pickle floats. Here's Balboni. Steve is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Witt winds and deals, and there's a fly ball to left. Jones coming in to make the catch. A great catch, as a matter of fact. A diving catch on the turf. And he might need some pickle float juice after that. 2 out for Sundberg. Jim is 1 for 2. Got him. That's 5 for Witt. He looked at strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 8th again. 1-1. It's Pickle Dave. I've heard of pickleball. That's a fun sport. Here's Bob Boone. Bob is 1 for 2. He has doubled and struck out. My mom drinks pickled juice. No, I'm still here. Pitch to Boone. There is a ground ball to third. Brett across the way for the out. So 1 out here in the 8th. This game is flying by. Talk to me. We're not even going to run the hour. Saberhagen is opening 27 on 110 pitches. You can hear me, right? 7 1/3, 5 hits, 8 strikeouts. Beniquez 1 for 3 with a single. In the right, Motley makes the catch, 2 out. Brings up Carew. Rod is 1 for 2 with a single. Audio's fine. Okay. Pitch to Rod. Up the middle. White behind the mound over to first. And Carew just doesn't have the wheels to beat that out anymore. No runs, no hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 1-1. So it'll be Concepcion, Wilson, and Smith to face Witt Onyx is 1 for 2. Got himself a single. Pitch from Mike. There's a ground ball to Gerber. And the throw to first is in time. 1 out. So opening 27 for Witt. He's pitching a dandy. 7 1/3. 97 pitches. 5 hits. A walk and 5 strikeouts. Willie Wilson's 1 for 3. He's got himself a single. Up the middle, Gerber on the dirt, throws to first, 2 out. Brings up Lonnie Smith. Lonnie is 0 for 3. Witt, if you remember, on the last day of the '84 season, down in Arlington, threw a perfect game. A rare feat indeed. And Lonnie draws the walk. So that's the first base runner in a while. 4 balls high and away. Here's Brett 0 for 2. He is walked, scored, and struck out. There's only been 1 opening day no-hitter. And it involves the Cleveland Indians. Throw to first. Lonnie is back. Pitch to Brett. Snap, throw to first, and did they get Smith? No, Lonnie's back. So Bob Boone being a bit aggressive with a throw down to first, and Smith ran it all the way. It was in 1940. Count is 1-0 to Brett. Pitch from Witt. That's punched into left field. Jones will pick it up. Smith will trot to third. And so runners on the corners. 2 out for Warda, who is 2 for 3. He has singled twice. So on April 8th, 1940, Bob Feller no-hit the Chicago White Sox. And so it's the only time in Major League history that a team started the season after 1 day with a batting average of nothing. Orta. Little number to Witt. Underhands it to Carew, and that will retire the side. Royals straying 2. We go to the 9th, 1-1. So a hit, no errors, and 2 left on. DeCinces, Sconiers, and Jones. Saberhagen gave up that run in the first, and it's been Bagel City since then. Quisenberry loosening for the Royals. DeCinces 1 for 3 with an RBI and a single. That's in the left. Lonnie Smith in the corner. 1 out. Zeus Sconiers. Darrell is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Saberhagen has struck out 8. Over 8 1/3. Make it 9. A 1-2 fastball on the inside corner. 2 out. Here's Rupert Jones. He has taken the collar. Saberhagen would like to get the win. This is probably going to be his last batter either way. Pitch to Jones. Struck him out. And Jones goes down for the 4th time. And Saberhagen is fan 10. But we go to the bottom of the 9th here at Royal Stadium. 1-1. So it's cardiac time here for Kansas City. And Mike Witt, who's thrown a gem as well, will face Motley, White, and Balboni. Oh, nice. Western Washington's Sidney Brown, the sophomore, had a no-hitter Sunday at the Tournament of Champions in Turlock, California, versus the Academy of Art. I'm kind of wondering if any school that's the Academy of Art, if that would be a fair exchange rate. And so, yeah, Jones takes the golden sombrero. Motley, White, and Balboni. Oh, yeah. Western Washington athletics are incredible. The good times keep on rolling. Pitch to Motley in the left field. Jones coming in. 1 out. Here's Frank White. He's 0 for 2. Drove in the lone run for Kansas City in the 4th. And struck out. Witt winds and deals, and that's into right center. Here's Gary Pettis, 2 out. Pettis has to make a diving catch on the artificial surface. So free baseball and 1 batter unless Balboni can end it right here. If you're wondering, Witt has given up 9 homers in 111 innings. Pitch to Balboni. Line drive to third. Everybody gets free baseball. Pickle rolls for everybody. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 10th. 1-1. And so it will indeed be the Quiz. Hadn't pitched in a while. Hasn't pitched a lot. He's making his 25th appearance of the year. Quisenberry is 32 years old. He is a ground ball plus pitcher and a fastball pitcher at 83. Appearance number 25 on the year for Dan. Second against the Angels. 2 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. A strikeout and a walk. Hasn't pitched in 4 days. Got a save against the Twins in a 5-2 win. Only had to face 1 batter through 2 pitches. So 39 1/3 innings, 50 hits, 16 runs, 15 earned. 2 homers. He walked 6 and struck out 15. And he's in this for the win. These 2 teams have played 3 times this year. This is the 4th game of that series, and they will play 9 more times between now and the end of the year. It's the first of the weekend set. They played 3 at Disneyland, and California took 2 of 3. Being told that the Academy of Art is surprisingly competitive in D2 sports. They were in the women's basketball regionals. Okay. Players from around the globe. Rich is 1 for 3. Quisenberry starts his night with a strikeout. So 1-2 curve, strike 3. Here's Pettis. Gary has struck out 3 times. Wind now blowing in at 13 from center and 73 degrees. So a comfortable night here in Kansas City. In the shallow center, Wilson, 2 out. Here's Gerber. He's 0 for 3. Quiz deals. Up the middle, over the mound. Concepcion throws to first, and the Angels go down in order. They get that run in the first, and that's it. Bottom 10, 1-1. So Sundberg, probably a pinch hitter, and Wilson to face Witt, who's got some juice left in that arm. Sundberg has singled. He's 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Up the box. Here's Gritch behind the bag. Over to first. 1 away. Sing it with me, gang. Who can hit a righty? And the answer is Hal McRae as a pinch hitter. McRae, 235, a homer, and 3 RBI. Overall, 333, 7 homers, and 16 RBI. Witt's pitch. Struck him out. That's 6. Right down Broadway on the 1-2 fastball. Here's Wilson. Willie 1 for 4. Apparently no one can hit anything. 11 combined hits. Yep, this game might go an hour after all. Pitch to Wilson. Ground ball to third. DeCinces across the way. And that will go up, be the inning. The band plays on. The Royals go in order after 10, 1-1. So Quisenberry in his second inning of work. Boone, Beniquez, and Carew scheduled. Boone hit a double and is struck out. 1 for 3. I'm missing a shortstop. It will not be Hal McRae. It will be the biggest Dave Letterman fan on the planet, Buddy Biancalana. He's an 8, by the way. Quiz starts the 11th, and it's a ground ball to Buddy. Break him in, over to first for the out. Here's Beniquez. Juan is 1 for 4 and scored the lone California run in the first. Quiz's pitch. Ground ball to White, so Quiz's sinker's working. 2 out. Here's Carew, 1 for 3. Has himself a single. Pitch from Quisenberry. That's a high fly ball, but that hooked foul all the way. A long, loud strike, and it's 2-2. Quiz deals. Ground ball to Biancalana, and Buddy misplays it. Hit off his glove. Biancalana goes in the outfield to pick it up, and Carew is a 2-out error. First error for anybody in the ball game with 2 out in the 11th. So here's DeCinces. Doug is 1 for 4. Has a single and an RBI. Quisenberry underhands it. Base hit right side. So Motley is there to pick it up. Carew is going to try for third. Motley's throw to third is going to be close and not in time. Brett got the tag down on him, but it was a touch late. So runners on the corners for Sconyers, who has struck out twice. He's 0 for 4. Sundberg and Quisenberry have a word or 3. Dan underhands it, and that's a base hit. Carew will score. Sconyers is in the second standing with his 5th double. And so the error really, really stings, because that run is unearned, and because there's 2 out, whatever is to come is also unearned. Now here's Jones. He's taken the golden sombrero. He has struck out 4 times. He's 0 for 4. Won't be 5. Ground ball to first. Balboni to the bag himself, and that will do. And so Mike Witt stays in the game. The Angels get the tie-breaking run on 2 hits and an error. We go to the bottom of the 11th, 2-1 California. So Smith, Brett in order. Lonnie is 0 for 3 with a walk. Witt starts the 11th. A ground ball to Gritch. Bobby over to first. 1 out. Here's Brett. George 1 for 3. A run scored. A walk. And a strikeout. Witt's pitch. And Brett draws the walk. So the tying run is on, and that'll do it for Mike Witt. Donnie Moore coming in. Moore, his 31st appearance, 31 years old. Fastball pitcher at 88 and a ground ball plus pitcher. He faced the Royals twice in their series in Anaheim. Drew a hard loss and a save. Last pitched against the Indians on the 24th. Picked up the save. 2 innings, 26 pitches, 2 hits, a run it was earned, and 2 strikeouts. So Moore has thrown 47 2/3, 54 hits, 16 runs all earned, 7 homers. The Royals touched him for 2 in his loss to the Kansas City. Walked 11, struck out 33. Has an ERA of 15.43 against Kansas City. And has converted 17 of 19 saves. Carew and DeCinces guard the line. Orta will look. Try to beat 245. They'll pinch hit. Here comes Lynn Jones. 254 and 4 RBI. Technically it's not a pinch hitter. To third. DeCinces barely in fair territory. Over to Carew. 2 out. Is this game like Baseball Highlights 2045? I've never heard of Baseball Highlights 2045. It's a full play game. Action PC Baseball 2022. Yeah, this would be kind of a board game type. Yes, I would say that. So 2 out for Brett here in the 11th. Darryl Motley, last chance saloon for the Royals. Moore's pitch. Motley laces this one in the center, right at Gary Pettis, and the Angels get this one 2-1. So 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for California. They leave on 6. They go to 37 and 34. The Royals fall to 41 and 29. 1 run, 6 hits, an error. And they leave on 7. Mike Witt is going to get your player of the game. 10 in a third innings. Imagine that. 6 hits. A run it's earned. He walked 3 and struck out 6. Poor Brett Saberhagen. 9 innings. 5 hits. The 1 run that came at the very start of the game, he strikes out 10 and loses on an unearned run. Well, Quisenberry lost on an unearned run by my defensive replacement, Buddy Biancalana. Aren't we all thrilled? 2 innings for Dan, 2 hits, and a strikeout. So as a standings update, here are the league leaders in the American League. And the lead now for Kansas City is 4.5. Now the rest of this Friday in baseball for you. Pirates beat the Cubs 8-6. Don Robinson 5-3. Trout falls to 4-4. Leon Durham 1 for 3, his 6th of the year. Blue Jays beat the Tigers 3-2. Dave Steve, you know what? I don't know if we've had a Steve start. He's 12-3. Ray Scherer goes to 2-2. Willie Upshaw 3 for 3 in his 7th home run of the year. Lots of things on June 28th. We'll move that. Montreal beats the Phillies 13-6. Bryn Smith gets his Fritos, goes to 4-6. Not a good year for Charlie Hudson, 1-8. Terry Francona, who will enjoy Cleveland this year, 3 for 4 with a triple and a double. Yankees steal 5 bases. I wonder who had the bulk of those. As Ron Guidry beats the Brewers 8-7. Guidry 7-8. Darwin 7-8. Ricky Henderson 3 for 4, his 10th of the year, and drives in 2. Baltimore beats Boston 5-2. Storm Davis goes to 8-4. Bruce Hurst 4-5. Eddie Murray 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Oakland pounds out 16 hits in their 12-5 win over Texas. Chris Cordioli goes to 8-3. Jim Mason falls to 1-9. Dusty Baker, 3 for 4, is 8th of the year. Cardinals beat the Mets 5-3. John Tudor goes to 12-2. He beats Ed Lynch, who goes to 6-8. Mookie Wilson hits 2 homers in the loss, 2 solo shots. He goes 2 for 4. He's now driven in 7. Harold Baines has 4 hits. The White Sox pound out 16 hits in 10 innings and lose to Minnesota 7-6. Euphemus 1-1. Stanton 0-1. Gary Gaetti 2 for 4 is 8th of the year and 2 RBI. San Francisco doubles up Houston. Sorry, Steeler fan. 8-4. Frank Williams 2-0. Calhoun 1-1. Jose Cruz 3 for 4 with 2 doubles. Cleveland beats Seattle in 10-5-2. Waddell 3-2 now. Ed Vandenberg is the rotten fish stick throwing back. He's 1-4. Brooke Jacoby 3 for 5. A triple and a double. Jerry Royster 4 for 5, a homer and 2 RBI, and Eric Schau holds the Reds to 3 hits. San Diego 9, Cincinnati 2. Schau 2 earned runs, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts, and last but not least, the Dodgers double the Braves 6-3. Diaz goes to 5-1. Bruce Sutter, oofda, 0-6. Greg Brock 3 for 5 is 9th of the year and 3 RBI. Cardinals, Mets, tomorrow at noon. Then Dave and I will tape Digital Dice. I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. So long, everybody.